Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Now, tell yourself, I am already blessed with everything I desire. Say those words out loud. But more importantly than just saying them, you need to truly feel them. There is a massive illusion running this world, one that keeps countless people trapped in a constant cycle of lack and limitation. It is the deeply ingrained belief that you must first see something with your physical eyes before you can believe it. But the ultimate truth is that what you believe, what you accept as real within the quiet spaces of your own mind, is the exact force that shapes your physical reality. You have been conditioned since childhood to wait for external proof, to let the outside world dictate what is possible for you. But what if I told you that everything you are seeking is already yours right now? If only you would dare to claim it. Walk through your life as if you already possess the wealth, the love, the peace, and the joy you desire. Do not beg for blessings. Do not chase after them. Stand firm in the quiet knowing that you are already divinely favored. Speak, think, and act in perfect alignment with the reality you wish to experience. If you want abundance, act as if wealth flows effortlessly into your life. If you want love, act as if you are already cherished beyond measure. If you desire health, carry yourself with the posture of someone who is vibrant and whole. The world around you is nothing more than a direct reflection of the state within you. The exact moment you accept this truth, your entire life will shift. The walls of limitation will crumble. Opportunities will suddenly appear where none seemed to exist before. People will treat you differently, for the energy you carry will naturally command respect and admiration. But understand this clearly. It is not a psychological trick. It is not mere pretense or make-believe. It is the law of creation itself. The moment you act as if you are already blessed, you actually become blessed. This happens not because the world suddenly changed on its own, but because you changed. Your assumption, your unwavering belief, is the seed. Nurture it with steady faith, and it will inevitably grow into the life you have always dreamed of. Will you continue to live by the illusion of lack, or will you step into the power that has always belonged to you? Act as if you are blessed with everything, and watch as the universe bends to reflect that truth. What you assume to be true, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously, shapes the world you experience every single day. This is not a theory, but a fundamental law of creation. Every event, every encounter, every opportunity, or every obstacle in your life is a direct reflection of your inner state. It is never the outside world that dictates your reality, but rather the assumptions you hold within yourself. Consider for a moment the exact life you desire. Perhaps it is a life filled with financial abundance, joy, deep love, and peace. The natural human instinct is to look outside yourself, searching for validation from the world that these things are finally coming to you. But this is precisely where most people go wrong. They wait for the world to change before they allow themselves to believe. They say, I will feel blessed once I have the money, once I find love, once my circumstances improve. They believe the outer world must shift first, and then they will adjust their beliefs accordingly. But this is simply not how reality works. The truth is that what you assume to be real within yourself will be what you experience outside of yourself. Your life is simply an echo of your most deeply held beliefs. If you assume that blessings are scarce, that you must struggle and fight for everything you want, then life will mirror that exact struggle back to you. You will find obstacles at every turn, and even when success does come, it will feel fleeting, uncertain, and incredibly difficult to maintain. But if you assume that you are already blessed, that everything you need is already yours, life will respond in kind. You will begin to see opportunities where you once saw barriers. People will treat you differently. Favor will seem to follow you everywhere you go, and circumstances will shift in ways that seem almost magical. But this is not magic. It is simply the law in action. Think about how the mind works in daily life. If you walk into a room assuming that no one likes you, your posture changes, your energy shifts, and your words carry an underlying uncertainty. And because of that, people naturally respond to you with distance or indifference, reinforcing the very belief you walked in with. But if you enter that same room assuming that you are welcomed, valued, and appreciated, your entire presence changes. You carry yourself with confidence. You engage with ease. and others are naturally drawn to you. It is not that the people in the room changed. It is that you changed, and the world simply reflected it back to you. This is why assumption is so incredibly powerful. It is the silent force that determines what you experience. If you want a better life, you must assume a better reality right now. Not later, not when things improve, but now. You must carry yourself as though the blessings you desire are already yours. Speak as if you are already abundant. Walk as if you are already in possession of everything you have asked for. This may feel strange at first. The mind, conditioned by years of doubt and external validation, will resist you. It will tell you that you are lying to yourself, that you are being unrealistic. But understand this. The only thing unrealistic is believing that you can continue thinking the same way and somehow receive a different outcome. You must be bold enough to assume the best for yourself, even when your physical senses tell you otherwise. If you truly believed you were already blessed, how would you think? How would you speak? How would you move through the world? Would you worry? Would you doubt? Would you hesitate? No. You would walk in faith, with absolute certainty, and with deep gratitude. And when you do, the world will begin to arrange itself to match your inner conviction. This is the secret that many never realize. They spend their entire lives reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. They allow their assumptions to be shaped by the external world instead of shaping the cavemen's with their assumptions. But you do not have to live this way anymore. Welcome to Neville's Voice, where you can take total control of your reality. You can choose right now to assume that you are already blessed. And the moment you do, you set into motion the forces that will make it so. There is no power outside of you greater than the power within you. What you assume, you become. What you assume, you receive. Assume the best, assume abundance, assume favor, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. Words alone hold no power unless they are infused with deep feeling. It is not enough to simply say the words, "I am blessed." If those words carry no weight within you, they will do nothing. You must feel it deeply, as though it is already your physical reality. The emotions you cultivate within yourself determine the frequency you emit. And that frequency is the exact magnet that draws experiences to you. Consider the true nature of feeling. When you experience genuine joy, does the world not seem instantly brighter? When you are in love, does the simplest moment not feel extraordinary? These emotions do not come from the outside world. They arise from within, shaping your entire perception of reality. The same is true for every single aspect of life. If you desire abundance, you must feel abundant now, not later. If you seek love, you must embody the feeling of being loved before it ever appears externally. You do not wait for the world to confirm your blessings. You confirm them within yourself first, and the world will follow your lead. The challenge for most people is that they rely far too heavily on their physical senses. They look around, see lack, and so they feel lack. They see loneliness, and so they feel unloved. But this approach is entirely backward. Your senses only reflect what you have previously accepted as true in your mind. If you want to change your experience, you must first change your feeling. You must abandon the need for external validation and cultivate the inner emotional state that matches the life you desire. This is not a matter of mere positive thinking. It is not about forcing yourself to feel something you do not truly believe. Rather, it is about sinking so deeply into the assumption of your desired reality that it becomes totally natural to you. It is about closing your eyes and imagining in vivid detail what it would feel like if everything you wanted was already yours. How would you carry yourself? How would you speak? What emotions would rise within you? The more you immerse yourself in these feelings, the more real they become to your consciousness. There is a definitive reason why those who dwell in fear and anxiety often find themselves trapped in cycles of struggle. Their dominant emotions create a field of energy that continuously attracts more of the same. They feel unworthy, and so they experience rejection. They feel lack, and so they struggle to attain abundance. But the moment you shift your inner state, when you allow yourself to truly feel blessed, you change the entire trajectory of your life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to shift your feeling. When you give thanks, not just for what you already see with your eyes, but for what you know is on its way, you align yourself completely with abundance. Gratitude is not a passive act. It is an energetic declaration that you have already received the prize. It is an acknowledgement of the unseen reality that is waiting to unfold. When you feel grateful in advance, you create a powerful current that draws your blessings directly to you. Doubt has absolutely no place in this process. If you allow yourself to feel uncertainty, if you question whether or not your desire will come to pass, you disrupt the energy you are sending out. You must remain unwavering, holding firm to the feeling of already having what you seek. This does not mean forcing yourself to be happy every single second, but rather maintaining a deep, quiet confidence that your blessings are inevitable. Your emotions are the very language of creation. The universe does not respond to empty words. It responds to the raw energy behind them. If you truly wish to transform your life, do not merely affirm it. Feel it. Feel the excitement of success before it arrives. Feel the love of a soulmate before they appear. Feel the security of wealth before it manifests. The more real these emotions become to you, the sooner your external world will reflect them. Everything begins within. Your emotions set the course for your life. Choose them wisely. Choose to feel blessed now, and the blessings will come. Do not wait for external proof before believing. The moment you place your faith in circumstances, you surrender your inherent power. If you look at your current reality and say, "I will believe when I see the evidence," you are allowing the world to dictate what is possible for you. But the truth is, the world only reflects what you assume to be true. If you wish to transform your life, you must first transform your inner world. You must learn to live in the end, acting, thinking, and feeling as though your desires have already been completely fulfilled. Living in the end is not about pretending or playing make-believe. It is about aligning yourself with the state of being that matches the reality you wish to experience. When you hold a desire in your heart, that desire is not something separate from you. It is not something you must struggle to attain. It already exists in the infinite possibilities of creation. The only reason you do not yet see it in your physical world is that you have not fully assumed it as your present reality. Imagine for a moment that your desire is already fulfilled. What would your life look like? How would you think? How would you carry yourself? Would you still worry? Would you still doubt? Or would you walk with an unshakable confidence, knowing that what you once longed for is now yours? This is the key. You must embody that state right now. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the reality where it already exists. And when you maintain that state, your external world has no choice but to shift accordingly. The greatest mistake people make is waiting. They wait for their circumstances to change before they allow themselves to believe. They wait for money to appear before they feel abundant. They wait for love to arrive before they feel loved. But this approach only reinforces the very lack they are trying to escape. If you wait for the world to prove something to you before you believe it, you will wait forever. You must first believe, and then the world will follow. Think of it this way. When an actor prepares for a role, they do not wait for the audience to acknowledge them as the character before they embody it. They step into the role completely, adjusting their mannerisms, speech, and thoughts until they become the character. In the exact same way, you must step into the role of the person who already has what they desire. You must think, speak, and act as if it is already yours. This does not mean forcing yourself to be something you are not. It means realizing that everything you seek is already within you. Doubt is the only thing that delays manifestation. The moment you question whether or not your desire will come, you introduce resistance. You separate yourself from the reality where it is already yours. But when you hold firm to your assumption, when you persist in the belief that your blessing is already a fact, you dissolve the barriers that stand between you and its realization. Faith is not about hoping something will happen. It is about knowing that it has already happened in the unseen realm. It is about standing in certainty regardless of what your senses tell you. If you truly believed your dream was already a reality, how would you behave? You would not stress. You would not beg. You would not chase. You would simply be. You would carry yourself with total assurance, knowing that all is unfolding exactly as it should. This is the power of living in the end. When you assume the feeling of already having what you desire, you accelerate its arrival. You remove the obstacles of doubt and fear, allowing your reality to shift effortlessly. The world is not separate from you. It is a mirror of your inner state. The sooner you align yourself with your desired outcome, the sooner it will materialize. So do not wait. Do not hesitate. Step into your new reality now. Live in the end, and watch as the world reshapes itself to match your assumption. What you see in your life today is not a fixed, unchangeable reality. It is simply a reflection of past thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. The circumstances around you are not set in stone. They are fluid, always shifting in response to the inner world you cultivate. If you allow yourself to be deceived by what appears in front of you, you will remain trapped in a cycle of limitation. You must learn to ignore the present circumstances if they do not align with your true desires. Do not let temporary appearances dictate what is possible for you. Instead, trust in the unseen power within you, knowing that your present reality is nothing more than a delayed echo of your previous state of mind. Most people fall into the trap of believing that what they see is all there is. They look at their financial struggles and assume they are destined for lack. They experience rejection and assume they are unworthy of love. But these external experiences are not ultimate truths. They are simply the manifestation of thoughts that have been consistently entertained in the struggle past. If you accept them as permanent, you continue to feed the same cycle. However, if you recognize them for what they are, temporary reflections, you gain the immediate power to create something entirely new. The key to transformation is detachment from what appears to be real. This does not mean denying your current situation or pretending it does not exist. It means refusing to let it dictate what you believe about your future. If you desire wealth but your bank account shows otherwise, do not let that number define who you are. If you seek love but you are currently alone, do not let loneliness convince you that love is out of reach. The present moment is not a life sentence. It is merely a snapshot of where your consciousness has been. Change your consciousness, and your reality must follow. To do this, you must cultivate a clear vision of what you truly desire, and hold on to it regardless of what the physical world suggests. When doubts arise, remind yourself that what you see now is only a result of past thinking. It has no bearing on your future unless you allow it to. This is why those who persist in their assumptions, despite all evidence to the contrary, are the ones who ultimately succeed. They do not waver when things seem impossible. They know that the unseen world is far more real than what appears directly in front of them. Imagine a seed planted deep in the soil. In the beginning, there is no visible sign of growth. If someone judged the seed's progress based only on what they could see on the surface, they might assume nothing was happening. But beneath the surface, the seed is taking root, preparing to emerge. The same is true for your desires. Just because you do not see them yet, does not mean they are not unfolding. If you dig up the seed every day to check if it has grown, you only delay and ruin the process. You must trust that it is growing even when there is no visible proof. This is where real faith comes in. Not blind faith, but the unwavering conviction that what you have imagined is already on its way to you. Your job is not to question how or when it will appear. Your job is to remain steadfast in the assumption that it is already done. If you can do this, if you can resist the temptation to let the present moment shake your belief, you will witness your desires materializing right before your eyes. Your power lies entirely in your ability to ignore present limitations. No matter how things appear, remind yourself that you are not bound by them. You are the creator of your reality, and what you focus on will inevitably become your experience. Choose to see beyond the temporary. Choose to trust in the unseen. And most importantly, choose to believe in the power within you, knowing that what you seek is already yours. Gratitude is far more than just a polite expression. It is a powerful force that actively shapes reality. When you give thanks in advance for what is unseen, you align yourself completely with the state of already having it. This alignment is what brings your desires into tangible physical form. Most people wait for their blessings to appear before they feel grateful, but that is not how creation works. If you truly understand the nature of your power, you will realize that gratitude is not a response to what has already happened. It is the very spark that causes it to happen. To give thanks before seeing evidence of your desire is to declare to the universe that you already possess it. This act of gratitude confirms your belief that your wish is fulfilled. And belief is the ultimate key that unlocks all manifestation. When you feel grateful for something, you are affirming its active existence in your life, even if it has not yet appeared in the physical world. You are telling your subconscious mind that it is real, and since your subconscious mind governs the unfolding of your reality, it will bring forth the exact conditions necessary to match that assumption. Gratitude shifts your focus away from lack and directly into abundance. When you desire something but feel anxious, desperate, or doubtful, you are affirming that it is missing from your life. The more you dwell on its absence, the more you reinforce that state of lack. But when you express gratitude as if it is already yours, you move out of lack and directly into the reality where it exists. The world can only reflect what you persistently assume to be true. And gratitude is the strongest affirmation that something already belongs to you. Imagine you have placed an order at a restaurant. You do not anxiously question whether the meal will arrive. You simply trust that it is being prepared in the kitchen. You may even thank the waiter before the food is placed on your table because you know it is coming. This is the exact same confidence you must have in your desires. You do not need to plead or beg the universe for what is already yours. Instead, express gratitude as if you are receiving it now, and trust that it is on its way. The most effective way to practice this is to completely immerse yourself in the feeling of already having what you seek. If you desire financial prosperity, do not dwell on what is missing from your wallet. Instead, feel deeply grateful for the abundance that is already making its way to you. If you seek love, do not focus on loneliness. Instead, give thanks for the deep and fulfilling connection that is already yours in the unseen realm. The more real this gratitude feels, the faster your reality will shift to match it. Many people struggle with this concept because they allow their physical senses to dictate their beliefs. They look around and say, "I do not see it, so it must not exist." But manifestation never begins with seeing. It always begins with believing. The unseen world is the source of all that is visible, and your assumption is the bridge between the two. When you act in gratitude, you demonstrate true faith in what is not yet seen, and that faith is what compels it into physical form. Think of gratitude as watering a seed. If you plant a seed and constantly worry about whether it will grow, you interfere with the natural process. But if you trust that it is already growing and care for it with faith, it flourishes. Your desires are no different. Give thanks as if they are already blossoming, and they will unfold in divine timing. So do not wait for proof before you give thanks. Speak words of gratitude as if your dream has already arrived. Feel the joy, the relief, and the excitement of already having it. Let gratitude be your proof, and watch as the unseen transforms into reality before your very eyes. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving your desires is the constant need to control how they will come to you. The mind, conditioned by human logic and past experiences, constantly tries to calculate, predict, and manipulate the exact path to manifestation. But the truth is, your job is never to figure out the how. Your only task is to assume that what you desire is already yours, and allow the unseen forces of creation to handle the details. When you try to control the process, you introduce immediate resistance. You may begin to doubt, second guess, or worry about whether things are actually working in your favor. This internal tension disrupts the natural flow of manifestation because it signals to your subconscious mind that you are uncertain. Manifestation is not about hard effort or painful struggle. It is about trust. The moment you detach from how your desire will come, you create the open space for it to unfold effortlessly. Think back to planting a seed. Once it is in the soil, you do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You simply trust that nature is taking care of it. You water it, give it sunlight, and allow it to develop in its own time. The same principle applies directly to your desires. The moment you assume them to be true, they are already set in motion. Your job is not to interfere with the process, but to remain in a state of knowing that they are unfolding perfectly. Many people delay their blessings because they get completely caught up in questioning how they will arrive. If they do not see immediate daily progress, they begin to doubt, worry, or try to force results. This is exactly like someone who plants a seed and then constantly digs it up, preventing it from ever taking root. The unseen forces that govern reality are far more intelligent than the human mind can ever comprehend. They orchestrate events, people, and timing in ways that you could never predict or plan on your own. Your only responsibility is to remain faithful to the assumption that what you desire is already done. Consider how effortlessly life unfolds when you allow it to. Your body breathes without you needing to think about it. The sun rises and sets without your intervention. Nature moves in perfect harmony without force or struggle. The exact same effortless intelligence is at work in bringing your desires into form. When you release the need to control, you allow this intelligence to operate freely. Detachment from the how also prevents disappointment. When you fixate on a specific way your blessing must come, you severely limit the infinite possibilities available to you. You may believe that a particular job, a specific person, or one exact situation is the only path to your desire. But the unseen forces of creation always have a better way, one that aligns perfectly with your highest good. When you release rigid expectations and trust the process, you open yourself to outcomes far greater than you ever imagined. One of the most powerful ways to practice detachment is to live as if your desire has already manifested. If you knew for certain that your dream was on its way, would you stress over how it would happen? No. You would relax, enjoy your life, and trust that it is unfolding. This state of quiet knowing is what draws your blessing to you effortlessly. Another way to cultivate detachment is to remind yourself of past manifestations. Think of times when something you wanted came to you in a completely unexpected way. At some point, you let go of worry and simply trusted, and that is precisely when it arrived. Use these experiences as proof that the process works. The same unseen intelligence that brought you blessings before will do so again. Let go of the need to control. Stop trying to force outcomes. Assume your desire is already yours, and let the unseen forces handle the rest. What is meant for you will arrive in the perfect way, at the perfect time, without struggle. Trust, relax, and allow. The key to receiving everything you desire lies entirely in your ability to assume it is already yours. Your assumption shapes your reality, and the feeling of already having what you seek is the great secret to manifesting it. By living in the end, ignoring present limitations, expressing gratitude in advance, and detaching from the how, you align yourself perfectly with the unseen forces of creation. The universe is always responding to your inner state, mirroring back to you what you persistently believe to be true. Stop waiting for external proof. Act as if you are already blessed with everything. Walk, talk, and think from the state of fulfillment. Trust in the unseen process, and allow your blessings to unfold effortlessly. What you desire is not coming, it is already here. Thank you. My friend, I want you to understand something incredibly profound. Your words are the brush with which you paint the canvas of your life. If you desire to change the image before you, you must first change the words you speak. For they are not mere sounds fading into the air. They are real seeds. Each time you speak, you sow something into the garden of your reality. When you declare, I am healthy, you are planting the seed of vitality. When you affirm, I am wealthy, you are commanding abundance to flow into your experience. And when you say, I am loved, you summon the warmth of affection and connection into your life. But here is the secret. Speak not as one who hopes or wishes. Speak as one who knows. The words you utter must carry the absolute certainty of fulfillment. Say to yourself, I am blessed, not because you hope to be tomorrow, but because you know you already are today. This is not delusion. It is perfect alignment with the infinite power that resides within you. Guard your inner conversations fiercely, for they shape your external world. If you have been speaking words of doubt, lack, or fear, recognize that you have been unwittingly creating obstacles in your own path. But do not despair. The moment you change your language, the tides of your life begin to shift. Begin each day by speaking blessings over every single area of your life. Stand before the mirror and say, I am a magnet for success. I am overflowing with energy and health. I attract miracles wherever I go. As you speak, feel the truth of these words take root deep within you. And when fear creeps in, as it sometimes will, Speak your blessings even louder. Replace the whispers of doubt with strong declarations of faith. I am guided. I am protected. I am unstoppable. The power of your faith will dismantle any barrier, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. Always bless others as freely as you bless yourself. When you see a friend struggling, say to them, "You are stronger than this. You are destined to overcome." Your words can lift them from despair and align them with their higher purpose. The universe responds to your voice. Speak as though you are the author of your destiny, because you are. Bless yourself abundantly, and watch as your life transforms.